Welcome to episode 13 of Let's Talk Pokemon, the podcast where we talk anything and everything Pokemon. And I'm happy to report that I am fully over whatever illness I was suffering from last week. No more runny noses, no more coughing. Well, I still have the occasional cough, but I am feeling so much better. And I'm glad that I don't have to suffer anymore and that I can continue on with life and be okay doing this podcast and not feel like I'm out of breath. Because I feel like, well, in the last episode, I'm pretty sure there were signs of you guys being able to hear that I was kind of running out of breath when I was talking. Because I definitely was. But I didn't really realize it until I stopped between segments. I'm like, oh, I should probably catch my breath here. So I'm just glad that I can do this episode and not sound very nasally as well. And yeah, give you guys some updates and some news, and be able to do it in a clear voice. So it's kind of not heavy on the news. Well, the heaviest part is the Pokemon Go stuff. There's a lot of Pokemon Go announcements to make, but the other video games, there's nothing going on in the TCG right now. We had Battle Styles that was released, and we still got those products in most places still sold out. There's still the scalper situation. There's a lot of rumors or rumblings about Target and Walmart changing their store policies or possibly not carrying Pokemon cards at all. So I don't know what's believable out there or not, but it's regardless, the issue of scalping is still there, and it's still problematic. So hopefully sooner rather than later something's going to work out. I know we keep saying that, but it's only a matter of time. Eventually something will come to fruition, hopefully. So again, nothing in the TCG department, not even some new announcements really. It's kind of quiet on the TCG end. Pokemon Unite, nothing updated there. Pokemon Cafe, well, I mean, there's two things, so let's get this out of the way. In Pokemon Cafe Mix, the Hatchram event is now ongoing. It's a repeated event that adds Hatchram to the game as a special customer, and it runs until April 7th. And then the other additional bit of info here is that there is a new update for Pokemon Cafe Mix that adds 30 new stages and various new Pokemon gimmicks and offerings, and apparently it's confirmed to be released on April 7th. So yeah, there's your cafe news. That's it, though, as far as the minor stuff. There is quite a bit of info we got from Pokemon Snap. Some couple things going on in Sword and Shield and Pokemon Masters, and like I said already, Pokemon Go has the heaviest stuff, and then we have a few drops in the Pokemon Center. So that's pretty much the order that we'll go in. And then I'll probably end the episode talking about a couple of items I got from the Pokemon Center. One that I haven't talked about yet that I got about a week or two ago. And then a most recent purchase that just got shipped in a couple days ago. So, yeah, that's kind of what's in store. What's weird, though, is that for our 25th anniversary, there's not a lot of big announcements happening. There's maybe the occasional tweet here or there. There's the occasional product. For instance, just recently, there is a new Pokemon 25th anniversary product that we'll talk about later. But it's just odd that for an iconic landmark, milestone, right? It's just been kind of dull. There's no week. I don't know if I'm expecting even weekly announcements, really. It's just, I don't know. I thought I would hear more. I thought we would get more Pokemon news, regardless of what department it's from. But I don't know. Maybe they're saving it towards the end, which would kind of make sense. Maybe kind of getting towards the holidays. But as I figured, you might want to stretch that out so that way people don't have to go bankrupt during the holidays. I don't know, because there's also that supposed 25th anniversary set that's coming out in the fall, and there's been no updates or no news on that. So I don't know, not sure what to say, not sure what to talk about there, but it's just a little odd. I don't know about you, but I just find it a bit strange that we're just not getting bombarded with news after news after news. But without further ado, let's just get into the video game updates. Let's talk about Sword and Shield first. We'll kind of get that out of the way. The biggest thing is that the Players Cup 4 announcement came through. So, there's the Qualifier, which is a doubles competition that's coming up on April 8th. Oh, which, by the way, and I know this is supposed to, it's implied at this point. Every bit of video game news comes from Cerebi.net. So, again, thank you, Cerebi.net, for always being up to date on this stuff very quickly as well. And, yeah, so just FYI. All this video game stuff I got from Cerebi.net. Alright, so back to the Players Cup. The Players Cup 4 Qualifier is a doubles battle competition that allows for you to run standard rules, including the use of one restricted Pokemon. Players who rank high can qualify for the Players Cup 4, which will take place in June, while Japanese players qualify for the Japan Championships 2021. All players who enter get 50 battle points. So all you have to do is sign up, you play your rounds, doesn't matter if you win or lose. At the end of it, once everything is over, they'll give you 50 battle points. So, hey, if you want those battle points, you might as well just sign up and do your few battles, whatever you want to do. Registration is open now until April 8th, and battles will run from April 9th through April 11th. So, those are your qualifier dates. There's your registration date as well as your battles. So, sign up for it if you want to participate. And then after that, we get the Players Cup 4 official announcement. It is a competition containing of the video games TCG and Pokémon Tournament. Players win a part of a prize pool of $45,000 in this competition. Video game players will obtain a spot by participating in the next online competition, which takes place from April 8th through April 11th, with the top 256 players each in North America, Europe, and Latin America, and top 128 in Oceania qualifying. Regional qualifiers are Swiss rounds and take place June 19th and July 3rd, with global finals on July 17th. Now, TCG players can qualify by ranking in tournaments in Pokemon Trading Card Game Online from April 26th through May 26th. Regional qualifiers are Swiss rounds, take place June 19th and July 3rd, with global finals on July 17th. Pokémon Tournament players will be able to register with 128 players from North America, 128 from Europe, and 64 in Oceania. Regional qualifiers take place June 19th and July 3rd, with global finals on July 17th. So, those are important dates. Hopefully you heard whatever one you're participating in. I heard it's difficult to do multiple. Like, you could do each one, I think. But when it comes to the finals, right, because it's all on the same day. The finals is on July 17th. You essentially have to pick one, I think. So, whichever one you want to partake in, jot down those dates. Make sure you participate in the qualifiers and see if you make your way over into the global finals. But this is kind of exciting. Me personally, I've always wanted to do competitive Pokemon something. I don't know if I haven't practiced really enough with Pokémon Tournament. TCG, I tried to do a little bit of competitive TCG. I mean, I had decks and I was doing, pre-releases and just some casual, standard tournaments. I went to a regional once, but that was just to see it and get the experience of it. I didn't know it was like a 2-day event kind of thing, so I only stayed for a couple rounds and then I just left. I was also not feeling really well at all, so I didn't want to stay for the whole thing anyway. It was just in my town, so that's why I wanted to stop by. But yeah, I didn't really go any further than that. And then as far as the video game, I mean, before Sword and Shield, I just thought it was just a lot of work that I couldn't understand too much of the meta, as well as the EV and the IVs and all that stuff that gets calculated into battle damage. It just didn't seem like something I was capable of doing. But Sword and Shield has kind of made it easier. I just have to find a routine, and eventually I want to get into competitive. I just feel like that's just a long road, and I'm okay taking my time towards that route. But maybe eventually I'll participate in one of these things. We'll see. Anyway, to end this Players Cup 4 announcement. Let's talk about the prize pool really quick. For the TCG and VGC, first place winners, $5,000. Second place, $3,500. Third place, $2,500. And then it goes down to, it says T13th. I'm not quite sure exactly what that means. I'm not very savvy on my tournament lingo, but the top 3 is probably what everyone's eyeing anyway. Pokken Tournament, first place, $1,250. Second place, $1,000, and third place, $750. Usually because there's not a big turnaround for Pokken. There's an active, player base for it, but not as big as obviously the TCG and the VGC. So big competition coming our way. Again, if you are participating in the Players Cup 4, good luck to you. Other than that, in the Sword and Shield department, the only other thing to announce is that the Wild Area event has now shifted in Pokemon Sword and Shield for a new extra event. With this, for the next few days, the Flying and Fairy-type Pokemon have left raids, and Pokemon that are flower-based, with Shiny Lilligant being available. And this event will run until Sunday night. So if you like flower-based Pokemon, the one thing that comes to, I guess Roselia. Roselia is the first one that comes to mind. But if you also want a Shiny Lilligant, this is your chance. This is your weekend to do so. So go ahead and get into Sword and Shield. Don't forget to update your Wild Area news. And that's it for Sword and Shield. We can talk about Pokemon Masters. There's only 2 things really going on. Well, besides the Iris Champion story event, we do have the Blissful Bonanza event back at Pokemon Masters. It runs until April 2nd, and it lets you play once a day in order to get tickets to get a variety of items. In addition to that, there is a Spotlight Scout, because there always has to be apparently, that offers a higher chance of getting the sync pairs Hilbert and Oshawott, and Caitlin and Reuniclus. And then Hilbert is also available as an EX, which his outfit is like all white, I think, or like majority white, which I don't get. Like, I wonder if there's a reasonable theme for their EX costumes, because I'm trying to think back and I'm not quite sure if I'm fond of any of them. Like, so if we take Red, for example, right? Red's EX suit is all black, which at first I didn't understand, but now thinking back on it, he's got a Mega Charizard, is it X or Y? I forget which is which. I think it's X, Mega Charizard X, which is, he's a dragon type, he's all black. So I guess that makes sense, but it's just kind of, I don't know, weird color combo. I think I much prefer just his regular suit, and even though I have his EX suit on, I think I'm going to switch it back, because, yeah, it's fine, it's okay, but it doesn't make sense to me. And then, I'm trying to think, Skyla's EX, I like. That suit fits perfectly with Swanna. It's all white with some blue hints to it, just like Swanna is. Swanna is all white with some blue on it, so that one makes sense. Rosa's okay. But regardless, the Hilbert one is just, I don't know, it's just a little odd. But, maybe if I eventually get to it, I'll change my mind. But in addition to that Blissful Bonanza event, there is a new egg event. The event is a fairy and normal type egg event and provides the opportunity to get a sync pair of your main character and Meowth, Igglybuff, Cleffa, and Porygon, with shiny Igglybuff, Cleffa, and Porygon being available. So for anyone that shiny hunts in Pokemon Masters, there you go. You got 3 more Pokemon to shiny hunt. Although I don't know, is there anyone that actively shiny hunts in Pokemon Masters? I mean, it's not that difficult, because you can do the same training thing every day, get a bunch of eggs, put them in incubators every few hours. So I guess it's not that hard. It's just more, well, I guess shiny hunt is time consuming in general. So I don't know. I don't hear a lot of people talk about shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Masters. So it's almost like an irrelevant thing. But if you like Porygon, I know Porygon's popular. There's a shiny Porygon you can get. So good to playing Pokemon Masters. Now, before we get into the Pokemon Go stuff, we can talk about Pokemon Snap. Because apparently, there were previews that were going around in regards to the new Pokemon Snap. Some news outlets were kind of revealing some more details, which I guess they were allowed to do. But on Cerebi, they collected a few details here that seemed quite interesting and something that people might want to know. So, for Pokemon Snap, according to Nintendo Life, there's voice acting and gyro controls. There will also be different paths in the stages, but the game is still on rails. Okay, so before going any further, voice acting. So voiceovers in the game. Okay, not bad. That's okay. And gyro controls. Does that mean we can, if we use our Switch as a portable, right? Can I then move that whole thing as like a camera? Is that how it's gonna work? That'd be kind of cool. I can dig that. Now the other one, different paths and stages. So you go in straightforward paths, but it's still on the rails. So at certain points, you decide if you want to go left or right. So probably you might have to like trigger some events in order to go to different paths. I think that's how it happened in the original Pokemon Snap. There's a couple of maps in there that if you exploded an electrode or if you knock something into a wall or whatever, it opens up a new route for you. So I'm sure it's similar to that. What else is there? There is a new scan feature, which gives the Pokemon's name and gender, which will also make Pokemon notice you. So that's pretty cool. You can also use Illumina orbs to lure Pokemon out as well, which we did kind of see that in the previous trailer. There are different Pokemon appearing in the day or night in the stages, and others act differently depending on the time of day in the game. So that's really cool. Seems like they're putting a lot of work into the behavior, the activity of these Pokemon, which is nice. I'm wondering if every single stage is going to be available to have a day cycle or a night cycle, unless, like, because I'm thinking like they'll probably do one or two that are strictly only night or strictly only day. But if that's not the case, if we get day or night as an option for any of them, that's even better. And yeah, can't wait to see what that's. I think the most exciting thing about Pokemon Snap is seeing what the interactions are going to be amongst all the Pokemon. Like, I think that is the thing that people are excited to see the most of. Alright, there's no further character customization after you have selected your character. That's kind of a bummer. It's not the end all be all, but, you know, I would have maybe liked to change the outfit, but it is what it is. So, you know, if you are going into the game thinking you're going to change your shirt or shoes and all that, nope, take that all back because you can't do it. There is quick capture, allowing you to take photos without necessarily zooming in. Maybe for speedruns? I guess because right, in the previous ones, you had to take pictures of Pokemon and you get your score, and I think does your score determine, like, if you go into the next route, or is it just by number of pictures? I don't remember, but, I don't know. I don't know if the quick scan or the whatever they call it, the quick capture is worth using. Again, I only think of speedruns for that, but I don't know. We'll see. But those are kind of all the major details that came out of it. I'm sure we'll get, we did get this info, so I'm sure we'll get a couple more details as we get closer to the release date, which is just a little over a month away. It is surprising, though, that we did not get any info yet about the Illumina effect or whatever. So, again, I think that's what our next trailer is going to be. It's going to be specifically that. At least that's my assumption. But, you know, we only time can tell us at this point. Alright, so that was Pokemon Snap. Let's go into Pokemon Go. Because, like I said, this is a hefty one. We'll start with the minor announcements first, and then we'll end it with the all the April events. So, in Pokemon Go, Niantic have announced the next Pokemon Go Community Day on April 11th, which will focus on Snivy. It is going to be a three times catch Stardust and has 3-hour incense. Your superior will learn Frenzy Plant upon evolving, And then you'll be able to purchase, of course, the special research. This one's titled Snivy in the Sunshine, and it will run from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that's again on April 11th, which is, what day is that? April 11th is a Sunday, so not bad. I prefer the Sunday community days than Saturdays. That's just a personal preference of mine. So there you go, Snivy. For those of you that have been waiting for that one, this one was a bit odd though. Some people were surprised because Snivy Shiny was released in the, I think it was the Unova Tour celebration event, and some people were having doubts that they'll do a Snivy community day, but I guess they're sticking to that usual pattern where the starters are going to have their own community days. So Snivy's the first one up, and now everyone will have a chance at the Shiny Snivy, which is good, because I did not get one at all. Despite all the Snivy I caught, I did not get one. Alright, the Weather Week event, by the way, is happening right now in Pokemon Go. Remember that this contains boosts of various Pokemon based on the rain spawning, with shiny rainy form, cast form being available. This event runs until March 29th, and it includes new time research, and the raid battles have shifted. The big thing here is your shiny rainy form, cast form. Now, the timed research does give you encounters with the rainy form, cast form. So if it doesn't rain in your area, where you know, because that's what you need in order to see cast form turn into rainy form. If it doesn't rain, then at least you have the time research to fall back on. It does kind of minimize your chances, but you can't exactly control the weather. Alright, otherwise, Niantic have announced the next Pokemon Go event, the Raid Weekend, which runs from March 27th through March 28th. And this weekend features Rayquaza returning to raids, alongside Therian Form Thundurus, to tie in with the Weather Week event. Rayquaza will also know the move Hurricane when caught during this event. I am going to assume that it is still possible to catch shiny Rayquaza. I don't have official confirmation about that, but hopefully, fingers crossed, because that'll be the only reason why I raid Rayquazas. I mean, I have a bunch of Rayquazas, but I don't have a shiny one yet. So that would be the only reason why I do any Rayquaza raids this weekend. And yeah. Like I said, fingers crossed that I get a shiny. Alright, another new feature, which is kind of getting, I think, mostly negative comment on it, and kind of understandable, but a new feature has started in Pokemon Go. In areas where promotions are going on, players will now receive sponsored gifts through a balloon, similar manner to Go rocket balloons. When they appear, there will be 3 seconds before you can exit out, and you can receive a gift of various items such as Pokeballs and Stardust. The balloons will appear for 10 minutes before they disappear if not opened. Okay, so here's what happens, right? You open up the game, there's like this purple box balloon thing that comes up. You click on it, you get an ad. For me, it was like an ad to Grubhub or whatever. But it's like the music soundtrack for Grubhub or selected by Grubhub. But you open it up and the X literally isn't able to be tapped on until about 3 seconds passes by. And then you can exit out of that. And when you do, you get items like it says, the Pokeball and the Stardust. Is it a big deal? This is kind of a tricky one. Me personally, well, here, let me just comment on let me just bring up what other people have been saying. They hate it. They don't think that this is a good idea. And this is kind of, well, this is my words. And my assumption is that they feel like this is intrusive because whenever a video game pushes out ads and forces people to kind of, well, you're not being forced to see them, but like once you click on it, you're kind of forced to stay on that screen for a few seconds. People kind of get a little antsy about that. I mean, I do too sometimes in certain video games where it's like, why is this ad appearing, on the front of my game? Like, I want to get to the game. A lot of mobile games do that, but it is irritating. It is irritating just the fact that it has to be an ad for something. Is it a big deal? I personally don't think so. Because, right, you don't have to tap on the balloon. You don't have to tap on it all. It's in the way, sure, it's still there, and it'll stay there for a while, but you can just ignore it and just move on with life. And then when you do click on it, okay, so 3 seconds. Not that big of a deal. It could be worse. For instance, we could have had 30 seconds of those things, because that's what most ads do anyway, is like you have to see 30 seconds of it until you move on. Now, there is worry that, oh, well, if we accept this, then there's going to be worse and worse. Yeah, I think that's true, but I'm going to, hold judgment until it happens. For right now, this doesn't seem like a big issue, or it doesn't seem like it should be a big issue. But, to each his own. You're right to your own opinion. Obviously, we can agree to disagree. But yeah, that's what's happening right now in Pokemon Go. Alright, now, for all the big stuff. Because like I said, Niantic has announced a lot of events and changes and stuff like that for April. So just like how we got a long list for March, we have a long list for April. So buckle in and be prepared, because we're in for quite a haul here. So hang tight. We're going to go through this one by one, starting with the Zapdos encounter with Giovanni. This month, Giovanni will have Shadow Zapdos in his grasp. If you haven't already completed the latest Team Go Rocket special research, The Higher They Fly, to earn a Super Rocket Radar, this will help you track down a Team Go Rocket boss and save Shadow Zapdos. You can also receive a Super Rocket Radar from Time Research that'll be available during the first week of April. Team Go Rocket never rests, trainers, and neither can we. So, if you want a Shadow Zapdos, this month is the month to do it. April Research Breakthrough Encounters. From Thursday, April 1st to Saturday, May 1st, you encounter Male Frillish in Research Breakthrough Encounters. Interesting that they're putting a very recently added Pokemon in Research Breakthrough. And is Frillish even that good? Like, is there a big fan base for Frillish? Like, they're interesting Pokemon, and I like the fact that there's 2 of them, a pink one and a blue one. But is there a demand for Frillish anywhere? Maybe in Go Battle League, but it just, I don't know. I guess the surprising thing is it's a recently added Pokemon, and it's not so much of like a highly popular Pokemon. And maybe it is popular, but I mean like in terms of like Gibble or Charizard or any of those Pokemon that people would know the names of for sure. I don't know how many people will actually remember Frillish. They might remember Jellicent because of Pokemon Sword and Shield, but Frillish, I don't know. But that's good though, because I thought it was a regional thing, but I don't know if this then makes that false. Now I'm double questioning it, but I've always had the pink one, so this gives me a chance to at least capture the blue one. Because the blue one, the blue one's male, the pink one is, of course, female. Alright, Mega Raids and 5-star raids. The following legendary Pokemon will be appearing in 5-star raids throughout April. Therian form Tornadus will make its Pokemon Go debut in 5-star raids on Tuesday, March 30th, and will depart on Tuesday, April 13th. Therian form Landorus will make its Pokemon Go debut in 5-star raids on Tuesday, April 13th, and will depart on Tuesday, April 27th. Incarnate form Tornadus, Incarnate form Thundurus, and Incarnate form Landorus will be appearing in 5-star raids starting on Tuesday, April 27th. And if you're lucky, you might even encounter a shiny Tornadus, Thundurus, or Landorus, because those are available. But the shiny Therian forms of those Pokemon are not available, so please be careful with that. Alright, Mega Houndoom, Mega Magnetric, and Mega Abomasnow will appear in Mega Raids until Sunday, April 4th. On Sunday, April 4th, a surprise Mega Evolved Pokemon will be appearing in Mega Raids. It will continue to appear in Mega Raids for the rest of the month. April 4th. I almost want to say, does Lopunny have a Mega form? Mega Lopunny? That has one, right? Because if it does, I would assume that. But if not, then I don't know who else would be there. Mega Gengar and Mega Manectric will appear in Mega Raids from Monday, April 5th to Tuesday, April 20th. And then finally, Mega Venusaur and Mega Bombsnow will appear in Mega Raids beginning on Tuesday, April 20th. So quite a bit of Megas to get. Every Wednesday in April will feature a Raid Hour event from 6 to 7. And then don't forget that you get extra XP for completing 5-star raids. Alright, Pokemon Spotlight Hours. This is every Tuesday from 6 to 7. A Pokemon and a special bonus. So on Tuesday, April 6th, Baniri, and then you'll earn twice the candy for transferring Pokemon. April 13th, Mankey will be in the spotlight, and you'll earn twice the XP for evolving Pokemon. April 20th, Grimer will be in the spotlight, and you'll earn twice the Stardust. And then April 27th, Finneon will be in the spotlight, and you earn twice the XP for catching Pokemon. So, out of the 4, you have 3 Pokemon that are shiny eligible. Baniri, Mankey, and Grimer. So, probably people will go hunting during those hours. Not sure how much love Finneon's going to get. Finneon, not the prettiest of Pokemon to look at, but it's there. I think it's kind of neat, so I'll be looking forward to that one. Of course, I am water biased, but yeah, there you go. There's your list for the April Spotlights. Alright, we already talked about April Community Day. And there's some other stuff happening. There's Team Go Rocket Timed Research, which we had kind of mentioned from April 1st to April 8th. Spring into Spring, from April 4th to April 8th. You can look forward to a spring-themed event. Look out for Chansey, Blissey, and Happiny wearing flower crowns, as well as other spring and egg-themed surprises. Rivals Week, from Tuesday, April 13th to Sunday, April 18th. Pokemon that are rivals will be featured, including some Pokemon making their Pokemon Go debut. Which I can't think off the top of my head what this is going to be, but sure, new Pokemon, I'm all for it. Sustainability Week, from Tuesday, April 20th to Sunday, April 25th. You can look forward to a sustainability-themed event. Pokemon like Grimer, Trubbish, and more will be appearing more often in the wild, and it's all up for us to catch them. So, some spring cleaning to do. Friendship Day. On Saturday, April 24th, celebrate friendship with a brand new event. And then April will end... Well, that was quick. There's nothing about Friendship Day. There's just a new event. I would assume, though, that they would double up the bonuses for the friendships to earn the hearts or the ratings faster. So, sure, speculation. April will end with a snappy event that will continue into May, so keep a lookout for more details later in April. Of course, that's because of Pokemon Snap, so they're going to have a Pokemon Snap tie-in. Pokemon Snap releases on April 30th, so somewhere along the week is what we'll see. And then they just add the reminder here that every Monday in April, you'll get a free one-time bundle containing your remote raid pass. And that's all the Pokemon Go stuff. Niantic have been doing fairly well, keeping players busy. Doesn't feel like we ever really get a break, but, that's okay, because you don't have to do every single event. I get it. I have that fear of missing out on Pokemon Go events, and it bugs me when I don't, complete something. The collection challenge for the Valentine's Day thing, where I was just missing one Pokemon, but I didn't get it in time. It still bugs me to this day, but it's okay, because, it's not the end of the world, and I still enjoy playing the game. So, if there's plenty of these events that, you think that you want to skip on, just go ahead, take a break from it. You don't have to do every single one of these things. But that is it for all the new stuff. We can talk a little bit about Pokemon Center, because they did release some new merchandise. There are some new shirts that they dropped, which are pretty neat. They're the all-over shirts, and the designs they chose for these are the first set of Gigantamax Pokemon. It's Charizard, Snorlax, Pikachu, Toxtricity, and Eevee. All their Gigantamax forms that takes up a huge part of the shirts, both front and back. Although some of them are kind of in odd positions on the shirt, where you can't really see the face all that well, or half the body all that well. Honestly, I think the best one is probably Pikachu, and it's also on a nice blue background. Maybe I'm biased there, but I think that's out of all the designs, that's the one that seems right. Charizard is pretty good. I almost kind of bought the Charizard just because I think of everyone hyping up Charizard, but I held off. I'm really hoping they continue this and keep doing these Gigantamax shirts for other Pokemon because, of course, obviously, I'm going to want a Blastoise one. So I'm going to save my money for that and probably buy 2 or 3 of those shirts. Maybe, maybe not. The other thing they dropped along with those were new charms, Pokemon Jewelry charms of the Galar starters. So there's one Sobble, one Scorbunny, one Grookey. But what baffles me, and maybe because I don't know jewelry, obviously, I mean, I'm a guy, I don't wear jewelry, I don't deal with jewelry. I don't even have like a necklace that I wear consistently or anything like that. So what I'm getting at is that I don't understand the $55 price tag to these things. These are charms. These are tiny little things. And although detailed, I don't understand the $55. Now, there are crystals on these things, I think. If I go down, so I'm looking at the Sobble one. Polished sterling silver with textured details plus a bright blue crystal accented loop. Are these crystals what's making them so expensive? Although the blue is pretty good. But regardless, it's just, if you want all 3, that's what, $115 you're spending on 3 tiny little charms? I don't know. You guys have to explain this to me if that's worth it, because I don't think they are. Now, they also just dropped the Battle Styles booster packs. Although, I think this is on here maybe a bit too early. I'm not quite sure because I've been checking Pokemon Center throughout most of the day, and this didn't show up earlier, but it just recently showed up. I want to say, let's see, I got home around 5-ish, so when I checked Pokemon Center, it was there, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I don't know that if, but the thing, okay, so what's bugging me though is that it says unavailable. So was it not in stock yet? Like, this is just a like placeholder, like a listing, and that's it, and they'll go active tomorrow? Or did people already buy it out? Like, that's, I don't know. It's weird. But if you want to try to get Battle Styles booster packs from Pokemon Center, just keep an eye out for that. You are limited to up to 72. So, essentially 2 booster packs, or 2 booster boxes worth of Battle Styles cards. Alright, and then the other thing is they released Pokemon 25th Anniversary Playmats for the TCG. And there's 2 different versions. There's the, what they call Gray Playmat, which, so, for, I guess to give you the idea of, imagine a regular playmat with the starter background that we've been seeing for the Pokemon 25th Anniversary logo. So that's the gray part. And then on the right-hand side of the playmat, you get the outline of Pikachu's tail, just the yellow outline border of it. And on the left-hand side, you get the 25th Anniversary logo of Pikachu, the silhouette of Pikachu's head with the 2 and the 5 as the cheeks. The other playmat is that, so imagine, again, a whole playmat with the Galar Star, well, not the Galar Stars, but all the starters, the design of all the starters as the entire playmat. There's a single black border, thick black border at the bottom of the playmat going across. And on the bottom left, you get the Pokemon 25th Anniversary logo again, the Pikachu silhouette head. They are not sold out. They are still available. I am obviously going to get one. The question is which one I get. And I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the black and gray one, the one that just has a logo in the bottom left corner, because I like more of the subtle approach than anything else. And that's it. That's all that's released in the Pokemon Center. What I would like to bring up, though, since we're on the topic of the Pokemon Center, is that there were a couple items that I had gotten over the past couple weeks. One extremely recent, the other one, like I said, past couple weeks. That I just wanted to bring up and kind of give like a very, very brief, quick second review of them. The first item being the Pokeball, or the Master Ball replica, which it's pretty sweet overall. I think it's got a nice lighting feature to it on both the base as well as the Pokeball itself. I do like the painting, the paint behind it. I do like the design of it. It's okay. Is it worth $100? I'm not sure. I know, like, I think it's on eBay going for like upwards up to 300, 350. I don't think it's worth that much. I mean, if you're desperate to pay for that price, that's definitely more of like a collector's thing than it is just like a casual shopper's thing. Like, it's fine. Is it like the greatest thing in the world? I don't think so. Is it bad in any way? Absolutely not. It's, at the very least, it's just good. And if you, like I said, just don't buy the scalper prices of it on eBay. The Pokeball replica, I think, is out now, and that you can order, I believe, off Amazon or SideshowToys.com. There are still places, I think, that are still selling that one. So, like I said, it's nice. I have it closed. I haven't displayed it yet, but I'll eventually find a place for it. The other thing that I got just recently was the Pokemon 25th Anniversary Parade with the first one in the series, which is the Pikachu on the Arcanine and the Eevee leading away. It is so much nicer when you have it in person. Like, the picture itself doesn't do it too much justice, I think, but in up close and personal, like, it looks very good, looks very detailed. There is, for me, a bit of a scruff of paint on the front, but I think there's an easy way to get rid of that. Otherwise, I think if it's still available and you haven't gotten one, you might want to go down this rabbit hole and just buy it and just collect the series, because I think it's really, really good, and it makes me excited to see what else is going to come out of that line, because I think it's definitely going to be worth it. So if you want to see a picture of it, again, you can go see it on the Pokemon Center website, or you can go to my Instagram account and see it on there. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing much else going on. I do have one quick bit of personal info, like a personal project of mine that I'm going to bring up, but I'll do it after our Pokedex Trivia. Yep, it is that time. We do our Pokedex Trivia, where I read to you a Pokedex entry for a mystery Pokemon that you will try to guess on this episode. Now, I read to you the Pokedex entry, and then I give you some kind of clues along the way to fill in the wait time for it. And then after quite a short amount of time, I just tell you what the Pokemon is, and we go into some trivia. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode's Pokedex Trivia. The Pokedex entry reads, "It is thought to have inhabited beaches 300 million years ago. It is protected by a stiff shell." I almost feel like this is kind of a giveaway, but I mean, there are a couple false Pokemon with a thick shell, so kind of narrow down your choices. I mean, if you didn't think it was a fossil Pokemon, and I'm not sure where your mind is going, because if I hear the word, like, if I hear the phrase 3,000 years old or whatever, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go ancient and fossil on this point. It's got the hidden ability Weak Armor. Its shiny form is green, which I don't know how I feel about that. It is a dual type. One of the types is water. I don't know if that helps or not. Probably not in this current situation, but hey, in case you ever need water, there you go. You got your guesses in yet? Because here we go. I'm about to reveal the answer. Again, the Pokedex entry says it is thought to have inhabited beaches 300 million years ago. It is protected by a stiff shell. The answer is none other than Pokemon number 140, Kabuto. Kabuto is the mystery Pokemon of this episode. The mystery fossil, or what is it, the dome fossil? Yeah, definitely the dome fossil. The shiny form is green, which is fine. I don't know. For some reason, every time I look at it, it does give me like Marvel, or not Marvel vs. Capcom, Capcom's Mega Man. Just, you know how you in Mega Man X you would have to go and put in the password, and you got little creatures with the dome hats on. That's what it reminds me of. Like, I don't know. That's what I think of when I see Kabuto. It's a pretty cool design. the eyes are glowing underneath it. I think at one point I did believe that it was like the dots that are on the top, but I had read somewhere that that's like its fake eyes, and that's what it uses to scare off Predator, which makes more sense. And yeah, I can definitely see that that's definitely more unreal than, everything else. But looking at the design of Kabuto, I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I would like to say it's my first fossil Pokemon, but I don't honestly remember which fossil I picked. If it was the Dome or the Helix fossil, I think it was called. But yeah, all right, let's get into a bit of a trivia, or some of the info here from Bulbapedia. Let me go ahead and find it really quick. In the Pokemon Red and Blue beta, Kabuto was originally known as At, which is derived from the word Atlantis. Okay. Kabuto and its evolved form share their category name with Blastoise. They are all known as the Shellfish Pokemon. Alright. And that's it. As far as trivia goes here on Bulbapedia, they do have an origin. Kabuto's design consists of a mix of a trilobite and a still living, but considered a living fossil horseshoe crab. Which makes sense. I mean, it does look like a horseshoe crab, just without the tail. So there you go, Kabuto. Are you a fan of it? Are you not a fan of it? I like it. I dig Kabuto. I mean, it is a water Pokemon, so maybe I'm biased there, but I think it's a cool design. I really like it, and I'm glad that it gets, still some appreciation here and there. I mean, it is a Kanto Pokemon, yes, so obviously it does get some love here and there from certain fan bases, but I dig it. Everyone should dig Kabuto. A-okay in my book. Now, before I officially sign off here, like I said, I do want to mention a bit of a project that I haven't decided if I'm going to fully go through with this or not. So, I was going through my Pokemon cards, and I realized that in one of my binders, I have a lot of unused ultra rare cards. Like, a lot of them is mixed like promos, so like Wooloo promos, for instance, or like a Hidden Fates Raichu GX or Gyarados GX promos. And then, I have some that have like a full art trainer. It's like Ether Paradise Grunts or something like that. I have a full art Tapu Lele. So I have like about 50 of these like ultra rare cards that I'm just sitting on. They're not doing anything. I think I was planning on trading them in for some store credit or whatever anyway. But the other thing I was looking at is I have a good amount of bulk. And I know with the times that they are right now with the scalping situation, I wasn't sure if this was feasible or if it's even worth doing. If I get that there's not a lot of trust between people, but I was thinking I could just make custom booster packs and sell them to you guys if you want. Like, I was thinking maybe for somewhere between 10 and 15 cards, one of them being an ultra rare card, $5 with $1 shipping. But if you get 5 booster packs, then it's completely free. Like, shipping is free. Or maybe some other sort of deal. I'm not sure. It was just like a thought, an idea I had, something I was going to start, but then I stopped and was like, is it worth it? So you guys can let me know on my social media or email me if you think that you'd be interested in something like this. And if I do decide to go through with it, I will post it on my Instagram account. So I decided just to bring it up here, just because I want to get that feedback and to see, like, again, if maybe there's also some constructive criticism about it. Maybe if someone has had experience doing these booster packs, and if you're listening, let me know what you did and how you went about it, and if it was even worth doing. But yeah, that's essentially why I brought it up. So if you do want to follow me and communicate with me, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SpartanStrike07, or you can email me at spartanstrike07@gmail.com. Now, I also will be getting back onto Twitch. I just don't know when, but it is going to be soon. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, it's SpartanStrike07. If the first stream that I'm going to do here soon is probably just going to be like a brainstorming session. I'm probably going to play maybe Halo or something, and then just kind of think about how I want to go about Twitch, and if I want like how my schedule is going to look like. I can't guarantee a consistent schedule though. It very much depends on a lot of things. So if you follow me on Twitch, don't expect like for me to show up every Monday or every Thursday or every Friday or something like that. It's just whenever I show up, that's when I show up. So if you do follow me, just make sure you have the notifications on so that it does alert you when I do pop up online. And that is it. So thank you everyone for listening. I do appreciate your time. Thank you very, very much. And hopefully we get some more news coming along. We definitely need more news coming from Pokemon about special projects that they may have going on. Or, you know, I'm hoping they got special things going on. It is the 25th anniversary. But regardless, thank you again. And I can't wait till next week so we can continue talking about anything and everything Pokemon.